Okay, um, this is a weird concept that I've kind of had in the back of my mind for like the past 3 days. Just what's an interesting video that I can make that will talk about something that I actually like. So, it didn't occur to me until yesterday, but like, what if there was a Marvel. What if there was a Marvel vs. Capcom 4 announced? Now, I know technically speaking, Infinite is MvC4, but yeah, this was like a fun little idea that I had in the middle of work, and I literally spent the past 6 hours just compiling the. I spent the last 6 hours just compiling the different characters that I can for just this specific fucking chart. Now, I don't have a professional chart because I'm using GIMP and it's free, so I'll take that. But yeah, here are the characters that I at least think would be a good enough inclusion for MvC4. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with Marvel, and the first character I want to put down is Captain America. Why Captain America? Well, it's easy. He's the fucking mainstay. Like, he's one of the mainstays of Marvel vs. Capcom, in my opinion. So we're gonna just put Captain America right there. But yeah, obviously you can take his movesets from the prior games. Captain America is like really iconic in terms of Marvel, apart from like the MCU, and he's been present in all of them, I want to say. The second character I want to bring to attention is Wolverine. Why Wolverine? Well, the reason why I want to pick Wolverine is because, well, he's a fan favorite mutant. What else can I say about that? Obviously his fucking moveset can be derived from, you know, the previous iterations. I don't know what additions could like be made to his moveset because I am not a game designer. So, but what I do know is that Wolverine would be a really good addition to this MvC games again, rather. So yeah, Wolverine, not a bad. What the hell? Next character I want to bring up to attention is Tony Stark, Iron Man, obviously a mainstay. He hasn't been present in all of them, I believe. He was absent from Marvel's superheroes and was replaced with War Machine. But yeah, I do think that Tony Stark would be a good addition. Again, because he's a fucking mainstay. Kind of small here, but bear with me for a second. Let's continue with like the Avengers. Obviously, gonna have Hulk. Yeah, Hulk, Bruce Banner. Obviously a mainstay since Marvel superheroes, and would once again be a great addition. As much as I hate fighting against him in MvC3, it's the fucking Hulk. What can you expect? I'm pretty sure anyone would like not want to fight the Hulk. Another Avenger that I want to add is Black Widow again. I'm going to use her Infinite render since it's actually a really beautiful render in my opinion. She would obviously be coming back from Infinite. I want to bring back also Winter Soldier. I don't think he was... I mean, he was very good in Infinite. Once again, he'll be returning from Infinite, but yeah, I don't think a lot of people were like... No, actually, what am I saying? He was fucking top tier in Infinite, so yeah, he'll be coming back. Okay, going back to the X-Men now. Fucking Cyclops. We haven't seen him since fucking, what's it called? I haven't seen Cyclops since, I think it was MvC2. And he was, pretty good in MvC2. Okay, yeah, Cyclops will be coming back. Another fucking X-Men that I want to bring back is obviously Magneto, because he's the villain. Yeah, Magneto, good. I think they'll make a lot of people happy if he comes back. No explanation needed. Magneto. Mag freaking Neto. Fucking. Yeah. Another. I guess X-Men would be Gambit. Gambit, I think, would be good to come back. Yeah, Gambit is one of my favorite X-Men, actually. So, I'll be fucking happy if he ever returns. That's a pretty big if there. Next character. Okay, the Falcon. I was kind of looking over his fight scenes because I was on the fence about whether or not this character should like be in this game. But like I was thinking about it in the terms of like marketing, because you know we have Falcon the Winter Soldier right now, so I figured, hey, he might be a good addition to fucking bring into this Falcon. And also I was also looking at his fight scenes from the movie, and like it'll kind of play similarly to Winter Soldier in that sense, that he could pull up a shield using his wings to move in. He'll have that little fucking drone thing from his back that he could throw out his fucking arm missiles. He has guns, yeah. But obviously, like his main thing will be that he fucking flies. Doctor Doom. Let's just address Doctor Doom right now. Yeah, Doctor Doom is obviously fucking. He is one of the greatest Marvel villains, in my opinion. So it would make sense to have him come back. Okay, yeah. So Doctor Doom, I think he needs to come back. And then to counter him, and I use that term loosely, we bring in Reed Richards as, like, you know, the fucking hero that has to stop him, I guess you could say. Yeah, like, I don't think we've had a Fantastic Four character yet, so I think Reed Richards would be, in my opinion, the best choice that you can get in terms of a Fantastic Four character. Because, I mean, the Thing would be close to the Hulk. I think the Human Torch would not work, believe it or not. Reed Richards would play similarly to Dhalsim, but I think he could also use, like, shit that he invents to kind of just stop Doctor Doom. And yeah, it would be nice to have, like, a little character interaction between the two, because you know how much fucking Doctor Doom hates Reed Richards. But yeah, next character I want to bring in, obviously, a mainstay, is fucking Spidey. Why did I use this image? Yeah, obviously Spider-Man, because fucking Spider-Man. This will be weird. Yeah, Spider-Man, because, you know, he needs to come back. But I also want to bring in, like, fucking Venom needs to come back, because I fucking love Venom. Like, for some reason, I don't know why Fortnite really made the models as gorgeous as they are for these characters. So yeah, Venom needs to come back. But in addition to that, I also want fucking Carnage. And I know that kind of seems like there's too many, Marvel villains already, or like Spider-Man villains. But, I mean, it's fucking Carnage. He's fucking cool. And besides, I think Carnage really fucking hates Venom as well, so it would be interesting to see how this would, like, those two would interact. So, yeah, Carnage, I think would be a really good addition to Marvel vs. Capcom. He'll fucking play similarly to Venom, but I also believe that he'll have like a lot more deadlier attacks, so he'll be fucking shapeshifting his fucking arms into like sides and shit. like a bunch of deadly shit because Carnage is a serial killer. Nova, I think Nova needs to come back because I mean he is one of the most popular Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think he was teased a bit in the MCU somehow. I'm not entirely sure how, but I think Nova does need to come back. Another character that can come back, or like rather, yeah, we need to bring this character back because also it was teased in, I think it was in Captain Marvel, but also these characters were the Skrull race was like they mentioned something about the Skrull race in Spider-Man Far From Home. And so I think Super Skrull coming back would be good, so that Reed Richards not only has to fight Doctor Doom, but Super Skrull, and then you have the rest of the Fantastic Four's abilities in Super Skrull, and I think that's a way better thing than just adding the Fantastic Four separately. Another character that will obviously need to come back is Thor. Thor because, you know, he's Thor, and he's also an Avenger. And yeah, there's not really much else to say about Thor. However, I do want to bring in Loki from, like, obviously from Thor. And I think the way he could play is fairly interesting. So obviously he'll have the little staff that he fucking had in the, I think it was the first Avengers movie. So yeah, we have Loki. And one thing that I do kind of like, I think could kind of see is him playing similarly to Shang Tsung in a way, in which he could fucking shapeshift into other characters. And I think that would be cool. Obviously, he'll get rid of his staff when he does that. He'll like just transform into the character that's in, like, that he's fighting essentially. And like maybe he could like force some like a snapback or something. Like after you do that, you like snap them out, and I think it'll have to be like an activation hyper that'll probably be a command grab. I don't know how it would work, but I think that would be a cool concept, just having Loki as a shapeshifter, kind of similar to Shang Tsung in a way. Next character I want to bring in is Thanos. Now Thanos was in Infinite, and Thanos was like the main threat in Phase 3, and I think it'll be good to have him come back, considering that he's a really good villain, in my opinion. Thanos does need to come back. Another person that I want to have come back from Infinite is Black Panther. Why? Because I mean, fucking, he's Black Panther. He's fucking cool. I don't think I need an explanation for that, but yeah, I want to see Black Panther come back, and I also want to see him, just have him come back with his Infinite moveset. I mean, he was fun to play. This character I'm reluctant to bring back, and that is Taskmaster. I don't know how I feel about bringing back Taskmaster, but I think it's I mean, he's pretty cool if you like just thinking about it, but I mean, I'm reluctant to bring him back, but I couldn't obviously think of anybody else to like kind of replace him. And he was in the Spider-Man PS4 game. He is coming in Phase 4 in that Black Widow movie, so it just makes sense to bring him back. That's the only reason why I think he should be coming back. Another character that I want is, like, as a newcomer, would be Daredevil. Now, the reason why I want Daredevil is because, I mean, obviously he will be a newcomer, and also for Daredevil at least, I think it'll be nice to have like not just the MCU but like the TV series like representation as well. I don't know if he will be coming to the MCU, but I remember his show was really popular when it came out. Another Guardian that I want to come back is Gamora. I think she is one of the most popular Guardians, if you ask me. I mean, obviously because she was fucking She was stunning. She was beautiful, and the actress that played her, I don't know her name, but she did a phenomenal job portraying Gamora. But yeah, I think having her come back along with Nova and Thanos would be a pretty good move. Also, what I want to come back is Rocket Raccoon. And I chose the Marvel Infinite render specifically for this because I want Rocket to have Groot. I think the way that they added him, or like the way that Groot was incorporated in Rocket Raccoon's arsenal was, I think, a really good move. So something similar to that I kind of want happening again with Rocket Raccoon. Another character that I want coming back is, I think that's oh yeah, I want the Juggernaut, the motherfucking Juggernaut. I want him to come back because well, I mean, I can't really define the X-Men without the Juggernaut, if we're being honest. Yeah, I think he will be cool to have come back. And then Deadpool should also come back because Deadpool's a really popular character. And I think he is also what helped sell Marvel 3 a lot to a lot of newcomers. So I think having Deadpool come back would be a fun addition. Obviously he'd be breaking the fourth wall, but we'll see if he'll get new moves or if he'll get a new like fourth wall break type of super. Because I mean, the one that he had in Marvel 3 was kind of okay, and it was a counter hyper, so that would only activate to physical attacks. So yeah, one more like returning character, veteran rather, would be Iron Fist. And I think I say this because, again, the TV show, it'll be fine that it'll be nice to have some more representation from that. But also, I think he's getting something with the MCU. I could be wrong about that. So yeah, having Iron Fist come back, I think would be fine. Not something I would really want, but I think it makes sense in terms of like a marketing standpoint. Okay, I have not put Carol Danvers in yet, so we're gonna go ahead and add her. Once again, using her infinite model because it is fucking stunning. Like, this model is really gorgeous, and I prefer it to over her actual actress, if we're being honest. But yeah, Carol Danvers, I believe she needs to come back. Don't really want her to. I really do not like Captain Marvel, but since there is another movie coming out in, I think, Phase 4, I think it'll be smart to add her back into Marvel vs. Capcom 4 if it exists. And with that, I think that leaves the last newcomers. And for this, I'm going with like a sort of niche category, even though one of them isn't really all that niche. But yeah, Squirrel Girl. I think she would be interesting and would be kind of like the joke character, like on Marvel's side, because like if you know Capcom, they fucking like to put their joke characters in there, and I think Squirrel Girl would be a pretty good joke character if you're asking me. Now the next newcomer I want is Luke Cage, or Power Man. Now Cage, I don't know how he would play, but I do know that he would be fucking cool if he was added. Yeah, Power Man, Luke Cage, he would be an excellent addition to Marvel vs. Capcom 4. And once again, kind of tying in like with Daredevil, like the Netflix adaptations of their stories, I think it would be cool to see them come in to like the MCU in this fashion, or like get at least that sort of representation. Now the final character that I want to add is Miles Morales. And before you start saying, oh, you want a fucking Spider-Man clone? No. I mean, well, yeah, he is gonna be a clone of Spider-Man. I want him to play differently in the sense that he'll have an activation hyper or super where he'll get like his electric hands, and he'll end up he'll end up doing more damage that way. I think he'll end up being a slightly better version of Spider-Man, but I think I'm not sure how this is gonna work exactly, but like one move that I can kind of like see being swapped out, like, is kind of like, instead of a spider sting, like with Spider-Man, he'll like, instead of doing it with like a fucking uppercut, he'll probably do it with like his feet or something. And yeah, I'm not exactly sure how we can make Miles Morales play differently, but I do know that like a cool concept would be like an activation hyper where he fucking starts shooting, or like not shooting, but like generating electricity, and that does more damage. Okay, that finishes up the Marvel side in terms of characters. So yeah, a lot more like returning characters, which would obviously be like the X-Men and shit. I didn't feel like bringing back Sentinel nor Storm because, I mean, I think seeing Cyclops come back is Cyclops and Gambit come back as opposed to those two would be, I think it would generate more hype for fans at least. And seeing Doctor Doom come back would obviously make people lose their shit, as well as Magneto. And having Reed Richards come in would be kind of cool. And yeah, in terms of newcomers, Luke Cage, Power Man, I think would be pretty fucking cool. He'll play similarly to Colossus in that sense, I guess you could say. Miles Morales will play similarly to Spider-Man, but I think just having more shit to do with like his feet and like just changing attacks in a way, and like to pretty much just make him more different than Spider-Man. Venom and Carnage would obviously, like, Carnage would be fucking insane. He'll play kind of similarly to Venom in that sense that they're both symbiotes. And Squirrel Girl, I have no idea what the fuck she does, but apparently she overpowers the shit out of Thanos, and I think that's fucking hilarious. But yeah, that kind of does it for newcomers. Having the Falcon, I think would be kind of cool, since he could pretty much juggle you in the air with his flying, and his fucking wings could also be used as like a shield. And it would be kind of similar to how Winter Soldier's arm shield worked in Infinite. So yeah, I think that would be kind of interesting.